to effectively move him. We used to be a country that fought for what's right because it was what's right. Now we fight for countries based on who can heap the most gold onto the president. Again, an utter embarrassment. And the second reason that we should talk about this isn't just because accepting a plane is a violation of the Constitution and poses a national security risk, but also because we know that this plane is going to Trump after he leaves office, meaning that he is using the presidency right now to give himself a $400 million gift at the exact same time that Republicans are ramming through a bill in their budget that will cut healthcare away from a staggering 13.7 million Americans and take away $300 billion from food assistance. Although Trump was asked point blank about those exact issues, here's what he had to say.
Very much. You campaigned on lowering the price of groceries. How can you justify cutting food assistance in this bill?
Let me just tell you, the cut is going to give everybody much more food because prices are coming way down. Groceries are down. Eggs. You told me about eggs. You asked me a question about eggs my first week. You said eggs. I said, I just got here. Tell me about eggs. And it was going through the roof. You know that eggs now are way down. Everybody's buying eggs. Groceries down, energy's down, gasoline is now they're buying gasoline now for $1.99.
Can you guarantee that your voters who supported the election, particularly working class voters, will not lose health insurance under this bill?
Oh, they won't lose health insurance. Not only that, remember, I'm cutting drug prices by 85%. And right now, I'm saving it. I'm saving the whole thing because I did something that nobody was willing to do. Other countries pay a tiny fraction what we do, and I instituted favored nations. We're now going to pay the lowest in the world. We're going to be the equivalent of the lowest country in the world.
Oh, so somehow, while cutting healthcare and cutting food assistance, there's going to be more healthcare and more food assistance. Look, if you're going to lie, at least try to make it logical. If you're a Trump supporter or a Trump voter, at least do what Trump refuses to do right now and have some respect for yourself, because he is angling to cut these programs that you may very well rely on, because now that he doesn't need your vote, he is perfectly content to screw you over. The reality is that Donald Trump is putting on full display who he's willing to fight for. He will blow up over the press for daring question his ability to accept a gift worth hundreds of millions of dollars, but you will never, ever see that kind of passion when it comes to defending his own voters. You'll never see that passion when it comes to defending Medicaid or food stamps. You'll never see that passion when it comes to defending the jobs of veterans or protecting funding for childhood cancer research. He reserves all the passion only for himself, and everybody else gets served straight bullshit, like him pretending that cuts to Medicaid and food stamps somehow make them more plentiful. And that's a point that Elizabeth Warren picked up on in today's interview.
Part of what's happening here is, can they bend Americans' perception of reality? Right? This is what the president did. President went over there yesterday and said, we're going to make all these cuts, and don't worry about it. We're not even going to touch health care.
Right, he said, we're not going to touch healthcare. You're going to have more healthcare. They asked him about food assistance. He goes, you're going to have more food assistance. And so there's this, it's Earth 2. We're living in the upside down right now where they are cutting these things, but then he's claiming that somehow not only are they not being cut, they're going to be more plentiful.
Right. So the number one thing to do is keep talking about reality and holding them to reality. The second thing is they really want to turn away from who's going to get hurt. So I think of this, I was thinking today about, you remember the Roadrunner cartoons? Remember the bomb?
Yeah.
That you would buy, right? From Acme?
Yep.
Right? That what they want to do is they want to do a bomb with a really long fuse. And they want to say, we're going to cut healthcare for millions of Americans, and we're going to cut food help for millions of Americans. But we know that that is going to be terrible for millions of families, and it's going to be terrible for the economy. So we're going to pass the law now, light the fuse, and it's not going to explode mostly until right after the election.
Yeah.
That way, we can do the deny reality. We can all go out, and all of those Republicans can campaign saying, nope, nobody got hurt here. Did anybody get hurt here? Nobody's been hurt. Stop being so hysterical about this and try to bend reality.
And of course, to watch the full interview with Elizabeth Warren, click the link right here on the screen or on the end screen of this video. But I hope that Donald Trump supporters can see what's happening here and who Trump is willing to go to bat for. I wish I could say that it was you and me and the vast majority of Americans. I wish I could say that he would strengthen Medicaid and Social Security and Medicare. I wish he would take care of the people who need help the most, but that's not what he's doing. His focus is on helping the wealthiest people, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, himself, get just a little bit richer. Don't listen to what he says, watch what he does, because this MAGA budget bill speaks for itself. Before you go, if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more and support independent media, please subscribe to this channel. The subscribe button will be right here on the screen. But second, the reality is that we are now in a political environment where this administration can lean on any of the social media platforms to suppress certain voices if they don't like critical coverage. That means my longevity here is in the hands of a few tech billionaires who are already making it clear that they are willing to cater to this administration. To that end, signing up for my newsletter is a way for me to reach you directly if that ever becomes necessary. I'll put the link right here on the screen as well, so please sign up. It's free, but there's also an option to do a paid subscription if you'd like to support me and my team. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching.